Silver's
Our
parents
uncles.
almost died. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
due to getting deaded by the team. Almost.
Excuse me, you were attacking your uncle too.
Oh yeah. Including
Everybody who's cool attacks their uncle.
Battle of the
Exactly.
uncles.
Yeah. I said the team, which includes. Sorry, I tuned into your stream and I heard myself and I was like, oh shit. I exist.
You do exist. It's
I'm
true.
being forced to exist. I did not agree upon this.
I did not agree to exist beyond right this moment.
That's a mood. Okay. So is that all? You guys just fought your uncles? That's it?
Let me look at my notes.
I mean, if we all fucking gaslight Piper into, yeah, that's all we did.
I say, yep. So, we fought the uncles. We killed them. Actually, we killed both of them without killing Silver's parents, and then we all went home.
Okay. So you're all home. Nothing happened. Campaign over. You're done. GG. No more leveling up. Give up all your items.
I mean, if it's over, then we don't need the items. Cool.
You
make it to
donated them to
level 20.
charity and lived a life of hermits. The end.
Oh boy. We met some new peoples on the twins side of the family. We met Silver's
Persons.
uncle.
We met the chief replacement child for the twins.
Who I don't
Their
think
youngest.
the twins are fully in agreement that is actually the chief replacement child.
Oh, there's doubts on that. Okay.
And then fucking Key chased the child through a portal by herself. And then Alter
brother, yeah,
fucking tackled the uncle through the portal.
Uncle was running there, and then Alter chased after, and then tackled through the portal.
And which forced Isul and Saveth to follow. Yay.
Okay.
Technically, they didn't have a gun to their head. They could have stayed.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah, but her brother's a dumbass.
Also true.
You really think Isul is gonna let Alter just go through some strange portal on his own, knowing Alter as well as she does?
Okay, so let's see. Let me put the tokens down.
Session 28, guys.
Holy fuck. We will start with Iris and Key.
Iris and Key.
And Key?
Iris and Key.
Iris and Key? What?
Yeah, Iris is here. Don't look at the puppet strings connecting her to Key. All is well. So we'll start out once, because this needs to happen in chronological order. You chased after the son, whose name was Mori, and you dove into like this portal. Once you jumped out on the other side, you saw what can only be described as an infinite void of sorts. You can see the stars sparkling around you. Beneath your feet, you're supported by only what appears to be like the glass pane of a staircase. Once you take a step, the one behind you disappears, and one pushes out in front of you. And you look to where he is, and the same thing is occurring. Other than that, it seems that there is no floor whatsoever. You're amazed that you're able to breathe in this place. It feels foreign, but also you get a strange sense of familiarity with it. One that you can't quite describe, as all of these senses just batter you at once. In front of you, the sun is running, in a dead-on bolt, but he does like turn his head back to look at you in confusement and in amazement that you dared to follow him.
Oh no, you don't. And jump after him.
Oh no, you don't jump after him?
She says, "Oh no, you don't," and then jumps after him.
He blinks. He's like, runs.
So, are these actual stairs? These are stairs, right?
You don't see the outline of the stairs, but as you seem to walk, they seem to naturally turn into like a staircase. It's
Okay.
hard for you to sort of feel this because you don't feel like you're going up or down at all, and yet like your senses are telling you that you are going up and down the stairs.
Okay. Well, so is he going in like following this path here essentially?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's up then. Is the equivalent or like the thought? Okay. I'm gonna just chase after him.
You're just gonna
Friggin'
chase them.
Yeah, jumping using the great rabbit feet she has to skip steps and run after him.
Okay. It is. Well, let's see. Why don't you roll me a wisdom check?
Sure. I'm great at those.
Yeah, you're amazing. You're not bad. You're not bad. That's better than I was expecting. So, it takes you a while for your senses to understand what's going on in this place because as you first started running, no matter how fast you ran, it seemed like you weren't gaining any distance. And you're like, wait a minute, that boy is a small aura. I'm literally a rabbit. Why am I not catching up to him? You're starting to understand that this place is distorting how you feel and perceive things. And you kind of blink, you kind of slap your face a little bit. And when you look back again, you're actually a lot closer than you thought. So you're like right here. This small aura child is panicking because you are indeed a fast bunny. You don't know how long you've been chasing him. It feels like seconds to you, and then the next minute it feels like you've been chasing him for a solid hour. You're starting to feel a little tired from this place. On the edges of your mind, you're starting to feel alarmed, like there's a sense of something not right, on top of all the other senses working against you for some reason. But you're powering through it to the best of your ability. Eventually, the area you're in, the staircase that you are, seems to retract, and the stars and the stairs begin to form into. I'll just take everybody here. The ground below you seems to solidify, and the myriad colors of the staircase turn into a crystalline galaxy above you. A large set of stairs, which is the first sign you've seen of a structure since you left that cave, and continues up into what appears to be a large crystalline hall of some sort. And behind that, and not pictured by this picture, is the biggest castle that you have ever seen in your life. and then probably multiplied. Like, this is a place that would make, like, the Vinland estate look like a rusty hut in a shack sort of thing. If,
Whoa.
yeah, no, this is fucking huge. So I'll put you guys back onto this. Key here. So he seems to be running up the steps, desperate for some form of safety. Do you continue running? Do you continue to attempt something?
I will continue running, but as I am running, I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay. Cast it. What does he need to save?
Wisdom? Yeah, Wisdom.
Oh, it's doing a thing where I can't see your text. Hold on. Light mode. He's gonna make a DC. What's your DC?
Under Rogue.
He might fail this actually.
It's 8 plus Wisdom. No, it's 8 plus Charisma. Charisma is 5.
So 8
And-
plus proficiency is 3 plus 5 is 16. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's running up. He seems to get a couple of feet in front of this hallway, and you can see his leg just sort of lock, and he trips and falls onto the ground.
Tackle.
You just fucking full on tackle him.
Tackle.
Okay, you get on top of him.
Let me go. Help.
You're awfully heavy.
Okay, that's rude. Who are you and what were you doing with those other Viera?
Well, you could have just asked my name, crazy bunny lady. I would have told you.
Why were you running?
Because those people are trying to kill me.
I mean, I don't think anyone was trying to kill you.
I mean, there's swords and fighting and combat, and
Well,
like you chased me, so I ran.
Well, I don't think they were after you. They were after the other two.
Okay, but my uncle told me to run, so I run. Look, I'm not ready for combat yet. I'm just a kid. I mean, you are too, and you kind of tackled me, so I guess that's kind of a moot point. But
Rope. Rope. Tie up. Rope. Well, the spell is still working.
oh yeah, he does need to at least attempt one release. I doubt he's gonna get it though. No. Okay. So you can see him struggle as you attempt to tie his hands. As you bind his hands, there's a moment and you feel a sharp air in front of you, and the bindings just get cut, and the rope just sort of disintegrates before your eyes. And you look up. Yeah.
What? How'd you do that?
Yeah. As you ask that, you hear the sound of footsteps in front of you.
Fuck is that?
I will blow it up for you.
Looks like probably Raidona's sister. One of them.
Yeah. So in front of you is a young woman that is about your height, with long silver hair into braids. On the back of her are 10 glowing green rings. And she takes a step, she regards you, and she's like, "Excuse me, but this is neutral territory. I will not permit violence." if you could please get off of that boy.
She looks down at the kid and says, "You promise not to run?"
No. No, I don't.
Okay, fine. Key will tie some rope to her wrist and then one to his wrist. Is this acceptable?
She blinks. You can see her mentally processing. I guess that is acceptable. Just don't try to hurt him, I suppose.
Okay.
It is rare that we get visitors here. And she gives a soft bow to the both of you.
And where is here?
Welcome to Valhalla. And we'll skip over to the grim adventures of uncle and nephew. Yeah. Go back to the staircase. Be gone, Mori. Be gone, Ki. There are new players in town. Alter. Where is... Okay. So last we left off with these two, you had just tackled your uncle into the portal, and you both come jumping and running out, and you collapse onto the floor, quote unquote, and you begin to roll around for a little bit before what do you do next? Because he's trying to push you off of him.
I like first. Is up still up? Or am I
Your
like
senses are
topsy-turvy twisted?
your senses are very distorted. You can figure out, like, this is floor. This means I can stand on the floor.
Ooh, okay. Alter doesn't have any sort of ropes or restraints of any kind. Which that's rough, buddy. But he'll like get distracted for a second as he looks around and then sees wherever they are. But he's not going to get up and off. He will try to like keep a grip on his uncle's shirt.
Just locked into combat. Okay.
Yes, concerned, but there's nothing like threatening nearby as far as Alter can tell, so he's just kind of like, where are we?
Okay. So let's see. Locked in close quarters, your uncle is going to make a roll real quick.
He's trying to break a grapple is usually an opposed check.
Yeah. He's not going to break the grapple. He's going to knee him in the gut.
Oh.
That does not connect to your AC. So I'll say you feel the impact, but you don't take any damage from it. It's you're used to grappling. You have a sister.
True. It's true. We are two strength-based classes. There's guaranteed to been some amount of destructive wrestling. Then the Alter will turn back around, and he's gonna try to just give him one clean punch right to the face.
Okay.
Now that we're here, he's not using his scythe. He's just gonna fucking slug him. What is my fist? That's just...
I think it's just a D4 damage. Unless
because
you
I'm
have
not
like
proficient.
super.
It's 27 to hit. Ignore that 9. Ignore the
27 to
9.
hit? Oh,
20,
okay. Okay,
yeah.
27 total. I thought you said you get a plus 27. I was
No, it's
spiraling. That does hit.
it's just a crisp 5 damage to the side of the face.
Do you let go of him to do this, or are you just like holding on to his like coat?
No,
and-
just hold on to the coat with one hand, punch him with the other hand, and
Okay.
like after the knee fails to really like buffet alter it all, he will lug him once and be like, "If you want to learn how to fight dirty, I could show you how."
You're talking to me about learning how to fight. How many times did I beat your ass while I was teaching you? And he's gonna hit you right back. But he's not rolling well. So, again, it connects, but you just sort of shrug it off.
I'm going to stand up a little bit, not let go, but can keep him by the scruff of the shirt, and then point to the world around us and be like, "Where the fuck are we?"
Go ahead and land your hit.
Punch again. 19 total.
Okay, so you punch him in the gut this time, and he sort of breathes out a little bit. It's like, you would have known that if you had stuck around like you were supposed to.
No, I had a better idea.
I doubt 17 hits.
17 might. That will hit.
Okay. Dealing 6 damage to you.
Ouch.
As this time he gets a hit on your shin.
Ow! You fucking go for the shin. What are you, 14?
Well, if you want to learn how to fight dirty, I can always teach you how.
Alright, respect. Fine. I can respect the shit-eating attitude. It runs in the family.
I need to make a couple rolls. Hold on. Okay, continue.
Alter will stand up and stand him up now. And where is the portal behind us gone?
Yes.
Okay. So Alter looks behind us, looks to the rear, and then looks back to the uncle, and then will wrap both fists and curl them around the get both of his hands in his collar so that he's kind of grabbing him and holding him uncomfortably.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll say, "Now answer my fucking question. Where the fuck are we?"
Well, I can't answer that.
Alter just shakes his head like, "What?" There's no audible response. There's just like a slight shake of the head of like,
He wants to try to break the grapple, so you need to roll strength.
Or athletics.
Right. Where's my athletics?
Okay, you break
unnatural
even.
20.
You break even on it, which I don't think.
Does a tie favor defender?
Yeah.
Or is it like a
D&D
DC?
5e. Grapple rule. What if rolls are same? See contest rules. If the contest results in a tied situation, remains the same as it was before the contest. Okay. Thank you, Google.
Weird.
So he almost breaks free, and he's like, asking where we are is like impossible at this moment, because right now we are not anywhere.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. How can we not be anywhere? I'm right here.
you are right here, and at the exact same time, you are not here.
What does that even mean?
It means the space doesn't exist.
Alter, can I have Alter roll insight to see if he's lying or like trying to bullshit Alter?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think he is, but Alter thinks he is.
Yeah, go for it.
23.
He's not bullshitting you. You can tell, but you know your uncle. You lived with him. He trained you. He beat your ass. You know when he's being serious.
Alter just looks at him for a second, and do I get the sense that he is going to immediately like turn tail and sprint away because the Alter's rage is kind of dying down and being replaced with confusion?
No, you know your uncle doesn't run unless tactics demand it.
Alter will like
Don't
not
let him go.
gently.
Don't let him go.
He will like shove him away for just
God damn
just
it.
to break the grapple in this like very kind of like frustrated jock gesture of like fuck you, get out of my face, and then look around. He doesn't have any weapons on him, but Alter is now concerned about where everyone went, because so far he has only seen him and his uncle, and if he is trapped in an eternal realm with his uncle, he is going to be very unhappy.
Okay, so you like push him back unexpectedly, so he kind of stumbles a bit, but he regains his composure. He dusts himself off. He puts his sword back into his sheath. He just regards you as you collect that information.
Okay, so we're in some not real in-betweeny realm or dimension or wherever the fuck we are. Why do you just... Why is this here? Why? And he just throws his hands apart like, why all of this? I don't have a good way to direct my frustration, only at you. So you're getting all of it.
As if I'm not used to your impertinence. As to why, the knowledge of these have been common knowledge for generations to come. You just didn't get that yet. Because you ran at the first sign of adversity.
He just... He scoffs and tries to play it off, but he does not like talking about his past, and he just shrugs and just goes, yes, well, like I said, I had better things to do. Don't want to play politics with the family.
Well, I don't care much for politicking myself, so I understand. That said, you've put a lot of pressure on your younger brother.
The noticeable flinch. So... Drawing a blank on a question. Fuck. Had it and I lost it. Alter will just... he's just going to choose to deflect, and he'll just like... Ugh. Just... How do we get out of here? And once we get back to the normal... wherever reality, I will return to kicking your ass and taking everything that you took from my friend back.
How do we get back? We get lucky. And he just turns and begins walking.
Fuck do you mean we get lucky? He says more to himself than to his uncle. And then he will just start following him.
This place, as I said, it doesn't exist. So, where we might exist is random. We could be walking this place for decades and not find a way out.
If I have to be stuck here for decades with you, I'm going to throw myself over this ledge.
Not a bad idea, actually.
Piss off.
No, I mean, you can jump and end up somewhere. But again, it is luck-based.
Alter looks over the edge, and there's a part of him that considers it, and another part of him that is deeply frustrated because he now doesn't know where his sister is, or
Yeah.
where Silvers or Key or anyone is at all. It's just him and his uncle, and he's like, well, I could leave my uncle here, which is not probably a good idea. But
He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out what are they called? The little things that you keep alcohol in.
Oh, a flask?
Flask.
Flask, yeah. He pulls out a flask of
Yeah.
alcohol. He pulls out a flask of it and he takes a swig and he closes the lid and he tosses it back towards you.
Alter will catch it, and there is a very intense look of conflict and confusion on his face, where he is like, this is like a camaraderie. This is a gesture of friendship from a person who I hate and don't like what they stand for, but it's also free. And he just looks at it with distaste, but he will twist the lid and take a swig, and he will not return it.
That's fine. So you guys begin walking, and like the issue is with Key, your sense of time has been greatly distorted. At first, it feels like it's been a couple seconds, and then it feels like it's been a decade, and then it feels like it's only been 5 minutes again. Your senses of sight and hearing aren't working as intended, it feels like to you, with how as you walk, the scenery doesn't seem to change whatsoever. You're still stuck in this glasscape. Out of the corner of your eye, your vision feels like it's darkening. And I don't mean that in the sense as you're going blind. It literally feels like your cone of vision is narrowing almost. And behind you, like your senses are beginning to, what's the word? Your scales feel like they're standing up, like your hair is standing up, but it's your scales because you're a dragon. You're getting a sense of impending danger, and finally you hear the rattling of chains.
Fuck. Can I Alter, when his vision starts to get hazy and go dark, he will start patting the side of his head, kind of poking his temple, and then when it doesn't work and he starts to hear chains, he will start to turn. Does he see anything? Is there anything in that direction?
Well, I'm glad that you asked. Uploading token. As soon as I find it, because my hellscape of a computer is forever twisted.
Just get folders. Put your folders in folders.
Amy, shush. Shush.
I'll blow it up so you can properly see it.
Gunman?
Yeah, what you see, a long black coat with chains wrapping up every which way from it. He doesn't seem to have a face, and it's shrouded in a black hood. You see these chains leading up to his hands, where a long-barreled revolver is. 2 long-barreled revolvers is, and it seems to be approaching you.
Ooh, confuse you.
Yeah.
Are you good? Okay.
Yeah.
Then Alter will like see that and reach forward and grab his uncle and spin his uncle around like a top to get him to fucking look in that direction.
He's like, wait, what? And he looks at it. You have never seen your uncle. You have never seen your uncle grow so pale in his life. He's a tanned Alrod, but right now he's as white as a sheet. Run. We need to run. We need to run now.
Need to run? What's the
We
problem
need
with
to
this?
run. Before you finish your sentence, he's turned around and you've never seen your uncle run as fast as he has before, even when he was trying to escape you.
Fucking, and he like Alter will look at the gun thing one more time and then just confusedly hear the rattling, turn back to chase after his uncle. At the very least, he is more incentivized to keep that man within eyesight and arm's reach.
So this thing, it raises its gun at you, and he's going to take a shot at you. Okay, so the attack misses, but it lands like an inch behind your foot. So like you took a step forward, the bullet is like right behind your heel. Is how close it was to hitting you. And as it connects with the floor, it just rings off in an explosion and it shoots you forward. And you kind of tumble into your uncle and you regain your footing. You don't take any damage, you're fine.
Oh,
I'm just cinematic.
gotcha. Alters just shakes his head and is like, looks up at his uncle, and he is now confused and afraid. And will get up and start running to keep pace with his uncle again.
So the two of you begin to run. I need you guys, you both, to make dexterity checks.
Saves or checks?
Save.
Gotcha. Not very good at these.
Oh, okay, I see it. Okay, so as you're running, you can feel the space around you begin to warp, and at sometimes the length of the stairs widens, it decreases. This thing in black raises its gun at you, and it tracked you. It was tracking your movements because last time it barely hit you. This time it caught you dead on. You feel like this black bullet like enter your chest, and you feel a sensation of dread and cold and nothingness fill your chest. It feels almost as if you've gotten attacked by a creature of the void, which you've felt a couple times, but you feel yourself grow pale and sickly. Whatever your HP was at currently, half it.
Half? Ooh. Rounded up or down?
Down.
Okay. Oh. It's
Let's see.
still running.
Yeah, still running. The same thing happens to your uncle, and you can see him. Oh, he almost throws up from it, but he manages to collect himself. But you could tell he's going through the same shit as you. If you have somebody to pray to, I suggest doing it.
If there's no way to run and escape it, then Alter would try one of two things.
Mm-hmm.
He would either go for his scythe and try to fight, or he would gamble that Raidata might know some bullshit about this. Because
Okay.
Raidata is sort of tethered to his power as a Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
Can he talk to / access Raidata?
Would you like to do that?
Yes. If it doesn't seem like yeah, then we're gonna do that. We're not gonna fight because there's no chance that Alter would fight
Okay.
and win.
So you take hold of your scythe. You try to focus on Raidata. You remember her feelings. You're trying to reach out to her. Your scythe begins to hum in response. And at first you don't notice anything, but then as you look below you, the glass panes that I was describing earlier, originally they were clear, but as you begin to focus on her, they turn a shade of pink, and you can see that the pathway is beginning to wind and twist itself in a different manner. And it is beginning to straighten out towards a specific point in space. Give you a moment to digest that.
Okay. So it's just twisting out to a point. Is it like turning into something?
It is hard for you to tell, but it is clear that you are having an effect on this place, and it seems to like you can feel the hum of Raidata's energy from yourself, and it seems to be altering this pathway in some way, shape, or form.
Can I
You
do that more?
you can do that more.
Just like Alter will clutch the scythe even like with a more fierce and tight grip than he had before, and he will like even under his breath just chant to himself like, Raidata, I need some fucking help right now, please. Raidata, 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 Raidata. Just like saying the name until it's just
you don't notice it, but after a little bit, you reach a point in space, and then the stairs just disappear in front of you or behind you, and you are greeted to the sight of Key and your younger brother talking to this weird lady, and then we will cut to Isul.
Wait, is Uncle with me?
Uncle is with you.
Oh, okay. Kind of hoping that he would get left behind with the gun thing, but this is also fine.
Now we will go to Isul all on her lonesome. Begone, Alter. You do not exist. Begone, Uncle.
Ugh.
You can stay. You can stay as a reminder.
I mean, if Sylvester with her, technically she should have been with Alter because she came through right when she saw his tail.
You did, yes.
So
That is why you're surprised that when you jump into the space, it is just the two of you. A sense of confusion watches over you because you're like, I know I saw that tail. I fucking chased after it. Where the fuck is he? And again, you are beginning to feel everything that I was mentioning before, the distortion of time, the feeling of weirdness. But for you, it's slightly different because you can feel a hum of energy that the other two couldn't quite catch yet. It is a familiar sensation. You remember it the last time. The last time you felt the feeling of existence and the feeling of things being different than they're supposed to. You begin to walk confused. Is there anything special you're doing? Or would you like me to narrate more?
oh, hold on, my computer's being fucky. I have completely lost my mouse.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay. Just like I want to click on things and I can't figure out where the fucking mouse is to click on anything because it's invisible.
I understand.
I mean, Isol will just kind of like take a look around, and if she doesn't see anybody or anything, like, she just kind of looks at Saveth, and they like share a like thought for a moment, and she just shrugs, and they both just start flying up because they both can
Okay.
fly right now.
Yeah, you both can fly. Nothing hits your head on the way up. No stair. You didn't run into the bottom of the staircase. As you are beginning to fly, you feel a sensation reach your head. This one is more familiar than the space you are in. Attention to all that matters. The fourth candidate has been selected. There will be mental math. There will be 8 more candidates until everything is decided. Cuts off.
So the sensation she's feeling, it's similar. I'm assuming it's similar to Mateus.
Yeah.
She hears that, kind of slows for a second, and just like stares at her arm, and then just very carefully will start flying again and start unwrapping the bandages around her arm so that she can see the tattoo.
Mhm.
I don't know what's going on, Mateus, but I don't like this. I suppose you could point me in the right direction or do something useful.
At your request, your mark begins to give a hum, or perhaps you're just imagining it. It's hard for you to tell, but it gives a soft hum, and you feel a sensation in your head. Not a voice, but just a pull towards something.
She like pauses for a second and then she'll look towards Saveth. I'm like, now I know that's not you. And Saveth just shakes her head slightly. And Isul will nod and start heading in that direction. So that's all she's got right now since we're in the fucking void.
Yeah. You continue in this distraction, and time feels as if it is warping and twisting and turning around you. How long have you been here? Have you been here for minutes? Have you been here for hours or days? You don't feel tired, you don't feel hungry, you don't even feel thirsty in this place. So you have nothing to truly gauge how long you were here. You hear a voice in your head. Attention to all who may matter. The 5th candidate has been selected. 7 more remain. Cuts off.
Fuck.
Isul just grumpy, but just keeps flying. She doesn't have anybody to fucking talk to, so
once more, a voice reaches in your head. Attention to all who may concern. The 6th candidate has been selected. There will be 6 more remaining. And a little bit afterwards, just like it happened with Alter, first you were there, and then all of a sudden you weren't. You begin to fly out, and you meet the others.
fucking torpedo herself into the uncle's back.
So are you really just trying to dive on?
She just came out of nowhere and all she sees is uncle next to brother. So yeah, she's just fucking torpedoing herself. Fucking drop kick from behind.
You make an attempt to kamikaze your uncle. The green woman like raises her head and creates like a pane, like a glass pane, and so you just bash your head into a wall.
Drop kick. feet first.
Okay. Bashing your head would have been funnier. Okay, but fair. So your feet connect with this pain, and you can see the girl just pause and sigh. As I was just explaining to your friends, this is neutral territory. Please do not commit violence here. There's a place for that.
So,
He's
Alter holds up his hand. Where are we? Exactly?
where were
That is
you? You were right
non-violent?
before me, and all of a sudden you're fucking here.
Just turns around and sees Isul. Oh, I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad they're here. Well, she's here. Not too excited about these two. Points to the brother and to the uncle.
I caught him.
Good
Well,
luck, Key.
Raises their linked hands.
Well, I don't think you've actually caught me right now, because I mean I could say I caught you. And he kind of pulls on his arm a little bit.
She'll twist her hand so she can grab on top of the rope onto his wrist. No, I'm pretty sure I got you.
He puts his hand on on the side of the rope that your wrist is on.
Narrows his eyes, puts other hand on top of his.
Narrows eyes, takes his hand off of your rope, and then puts it on the other hand.
Oh my god.
They're having a stare down. Continue role playing.
Alter will look at Isul and he will just shrug and say, "Did you end up seeing the gun-toting Reaper of Death?"
Kiesel just slow blink. You can see the urge to snark, interface, and then think better and leave face. Because it's not the weirdest shit that they have seen. And Isul just slowly shakes her head. No, I was just flying for fucking ever, and apparently, I don't know, 4 other champions got selected during the span of however long it took.
Champions? Well, but what did they get selected for? Who got selected?
She just, gives him, this, are you serious look, looks down to her uncovered arm, and then looks back up to him with a very pointed expression. She's not saying anything because of company.
She just blinks.
That's when the girl coughs and is like, I don't think this is a proper place for discussion. Come.
And
And
who
she
are
turns
you?
and-
Where are we going?
Where are we, anyways?
Nowhere.
That is a lot of questions. Oh, so you're familiar with this place. That makes discussion a lot easier.
Alter just waves the hand, just see, I told you we were nowhere. As if that explains anything.
As I was just telling the little bunny girl here, you've reached a place known as Valhalla.
Valhalla.
So,
Well, the outskirts of Valhalla. To be more precise, Valhalla is the giant, well, not the giant one, the smaller building in front. There are snacks. She says as if that decides the matter and begins to walk towards the building.
You still didn't even attempt to tell us your name.
Oh, my name is Reflecta.
Reflector, do you know Rydada?
Yes, she is my sister.
Oh, great.
Oh. That makes me honestly feel a little bit better about this. Only a little bit.
I can answer some questions as I get you guys set up with the room. You asked where we were.
Room. I do believe we were trying to leave this place.
Without snacks?
I don't think this is a place any of us necessarily want to be for any extended period of time. The girl ended up here by accident.
Well, you haven't tried the snacks yet, so it's only natural you don't want to be here. As if that decides the matter, she continues forward.
Alter will look. He's gonna use message to cast to reach out to Isul. Does it work? First off,
It will work.
okay, because he is going to cast message to Isul and say, "Do you know if the tattoos appear the same spot on everyone? Because we need to check Uncle. See if he was selected as a champion."
I forget where Everett's was. I think Everett's was on his arm too.
That is the most common spot. It can technically appear anywhere.
But she would
You
only
weren't
assume
aware of that.
arm.
Yeah.
And she'll kind of shrug. Still, like, losing interest in Crazy Angel Lady because fucking Crazy Angel Lady. And look towards the uncle, just kind of observing him, and shrug. One of the arms is the best bet.
Oh no. Alter will also use message again to say, and we should also check the sibling.
You just get this very quick and very sharp look. Very much the, are you actually saying that?
Alter like flinches a little bit at the look, but doesn't reply. The sound of skin flapping on skin.
Key, I need you to roll a contested strength check.
Okay.
If it helps any, I don't know that he is particularly strong. He seems to be a magic user.
So just strength, or is like athletics, or what?
Athletics is fine.
Hey.
So the boy tries to go forward, and he just catches on you, and he just stumbles a little bit. Can we go in the hall, please? And he begins to tug on your hand.
Key looks over to the twins and then looks back at, his name is Moray, right?
Mori, yeah.
Moray. Okay. It's like, they got him. I'll take care of this one. Fine, but I got my eyes on you.
Well, really, like, you can't really put on much else because, like, you put us in rope, so, like, I can't do anything.
So, like, how do you know about this place?
I came here a couple of years ago. Kind of stumbled into one of those portals.
Oh, so you've been here before then?
Yeah. It's a nice place. Good food.
So you know who that is?
Yeah.
How did you stumble into this place?
Well, I don't think I'm supposed to talk about that.
I would like to know.
And I'd like to not have a rope around my wrist, so I mean if you let me go, maybe.
Tell me first.
No, you release me first.
No, you tell me first. I'm the
No,
one in
you
control
release.
here.
No, I have the information.
I am God
Okay, then.
now.
Okay then. So they were walking. Key will stop. no snacks for you then.
Make a contested strength roll.
Just echoing along the crystal from way up front. No, you first. No, you first.
If that echo can be heard, Alter is going to whisper to Isul and say, "I really don't want them to be like a. Is this teenage flirty nonsense? Am I missing something here? This is going to be a problem."
So you just kind of stop.
And yeah,
And-
she stops and says, "Fine, then no snacks."
Then so he kind of stumbles a little bit, and you both are like right at the door now, and Reflecta is looking at you both patiently. Siblings.
Oh, God.
You both notice your uncle begin to walk up the stairs.
Isul just kind of frowns really dark and looks towards Alter. Care to tell me why he is still on his own feet?
I got a little distracted with the whole, and he gestures wildly around. I thought I was going to be stuck in an eternity, endless ether with just him as my only company to keep me from going insane.
I think you would preserve your sanity a little bit better if you just gone ahead and killed him.
I thought about it. But then, hey, did you seriously not see the gun-toting Reaper thing with chains around it?
Literally all I saw was void.
Well, if you hear chains, rest assured it's not good.
Suppose they are like trailing behind the uncle, just like muttering back and forth to one another.
Mm-hmm.
And then Isul shakes her head. Probably just another one of the void creatures or whatever it is. All of this seems to be same magic. I could feel it from the tattoo.
So, do you think that those other champions being selected, is it maybe one of us? Says
Isul
hopeful.
looks towards him and then just kind of shakes her head very slowly. I think all of us would know if we were selected. Rather memorable experience. I'm concerned about how fast it seemed to happen. It was what, months between the first and the second, and another several months between second and third, and then that many, and couldn't have been too long. I was still being able to fly. I can't fly for that long. What's going on the outside?
I know. Wait. Altered like spins around, like he looks left and right, and then does a 360, and then just looks at Isul, and he will say, "Where's Silverus?"
So it kind of like looks over her shoulder and just shrugs slightly. No clue. I came through the portal almost directly after you. I saw your tail disappear just before I flew through. And yet, we were separated for how long? She was clear on the other side of the cave.
It feels like we've been in here for ages. I can't. I can't hold a grudge for very long. It's hard to keep my rage simmering for someone I hate so much when they're not doing anything I can vehemently hate them for. That, and we were also nearly killed by a gun-toting chain creature. But if Silverus and Kit aren't here, are they still on the outside?
He's kind of get like a one-shouldered shrug. I'm afraid you are asking very much the wrong person.
Alter is just holding on to the scythe now. He hasn't turned it back into a katana sheathed sword yet. It's just the scythe. And he will hold it and look at it for a second, say, maybe one of these people will know?
You just get like arched brow, and then she looks at her tattoo. I don't suppose you want to provide any more answers or directions, are you, Mateus?
The tattoo is silent.
And she just kind of shrugs again.
So you're talking to your tattoo, and I'm talking to my scythe. We've gone perfectly insane.
Oh. It'll make it easier to defend ourselves when we cut his head off once we get out of here. He kind of says, gesturing towards the uncle, saying it just loud enough to make sure that he can hear.
What did you say to him?
She was talking to Alter and just saying stuff loud enough so that he would overhear. Like, it'll make it easier to justify when we cut his heads off after we get out.
Okay. So, let's
go.
see. Yeah. As you guys are walking up the stairs, Reflecta is explaining the house rules to the two children. First of all, this is neutral territory, so there will be no fighting. Try to keep your restraints in check. No harming, no using magic, no using anything. If you want to fight, there's a place for it, and it can be arranged. But other than that, behave. This is a civilized place. Now, I assume you all have a couple questions. I can at least answer one or two of them before we move on.
Oh, one or two questions.
Wouldn't how do we leave be kind of important?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. How do we get back to where we were? Go back home?
Huh? Well, you just turn around and walk back through the space. I mean, it's up to pure chance where you end up, but
Chance. Don't like the sound of that.
well,
Is there a way to navigate it?
for some very special people, yes.
Looks to brother, dude, Mori.
He innocently whistles.
You're gonna tell me all about how to navigate this place.
You could see a bit of his older brother in him when he goes, "No, I don't think I will." And you kind of see a younger Alter forming in front of your very eyes.
Little shit. Who taught him that?
He sort of looks very uncomfortable.
I see there are no more questions.
No.
Let us enter.
Bitch.
Oh, wait. Fuck.
You said Valhalla was only a part of this place.
Was only what?
A part of this place?
Ah, yes. What this hall that you see in front of you is Valhalla itself, but it is part of a much bigger place. And she points to the castle. This
And
castle is known as the Millennium Castle.
the Millennium Castle. I'm assuming none of that rings any sort of bells.
I'll let you roll a history check. You and you alone, because there was one instance of it being mentioned in this campaign. Let's see if you recall it.
What? Fuck.
Skills. I have to relearn this fucking sheet every time. Nope.
Nope.
Oh.
I don't know why you ever ask me. I don't think I have a single time rolled a skill check that was not strength related.
That's fair.
In above single digits.
Well, I still need to give you the chance.
It's not happened a single time.
You're saying there's a chance.
There
a
is
chance.
there is no chance, very obviously. Not with this character, not with this sheet.
Do you have my sincerest sympathies?
You have a +4 to your int.
I know. Literally, I wanted Isul to be a smart character, so she actually has a lot of proficiencies and like intelligence and wisdom shit, but it never works.
Well, you have an
Aw.
inspiration, I believe, if you would like to use that.
Do it.
Where the fuck do I have an inspiration?
I believe I gave you one a couple sessions ago.
I don't have it marked down anywhere, but okay.
Look not the gift horse in the mouth.
Nudge,
I was gonna
nudge.
say, why are you gonna
Elbow,
argue?
elbow.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
Hey.
You begin to think about it, and you remember that when I said that the third champion was selected, that soon the Millennium Castle would be available to visit.
When the third one was selected?
Yeah.
So, like the one that happened at the carnival fair
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said that there was a couple more until the Millennium Castle would be available for visitation.
Isul just kind of like pauses and blinks at the castle, and you can see the gears turning. And she just kind of tilts her head. Is this the place where the champions gather?
Ah, so you are familiar.
I'm one of them.
I'm aware, but sometimes people don't know, so I have to check on what people do and don't know.
Kind of crosses her arms.
But you are correct. Eventually, this place will be made available in your side of the world, and you'll be able to visit it to your leisure.
Oh,
So this is just going to pop up somewhere on the material plane?
That is correct. Well, Valhalla will not be there, so they don't get the snacks, but you get the snacks.
so who are the other are all the champions here now or no?
No. It is not time for them to gather. But coincidentally, there are 3 champions present within this existence at the current state of time. It is rare for even one to be here. It is rarer still for even one person who is not among the dead to be here.
3 champions. I know it's
So
me,
this-
but who are the other 2?
I was going to ask that if you didn't.
Well, it is not my place to divulge names.
Oh.
Isul is just going to walk right up to the fucking uncle, grab his wrist, and yoink his sleeve up.
There is nothing there.
Alter, help.
Well, I'm not taking his pants off.
that was me above table, you fucker. She will.
Alter will go up to the younger crew. Is there a marking? Is there an obvious marking on this young lad?
This youngling, if you would. Yeah,
I might.
Where is it? That's not it. That's not it. Why is that in this folder? That needs to go over here. And see, to address your earlier comment, Amy, I do have folders and folders. It's just sometimes they're not as they should be.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just giving you shit. Don't worry.
I know, but I'm still addressing it. Because how dare you?
Amy wants to give us all shit. Amy thinks they are the only ones that are organized.
On your brother's right wrist.
Oh, shit. Alter
Yeah.
throws his head back.
So I don't know if you recall a month ago, I was rolling to see if he was going to escalate the fight. If he rolled below a 5, y'all would have had to right up in your faces.
Well,
And
I
that would
mean,
have been funny.
that would have just turned into a fucking
God.
kaiju fight.
It would have. And it would have been amazing.
You'll pull some magic armor out your ass. Well, guess what?
Where is it, by the way?
It is on his right wrist.
Okay, thank you.
The not tied up wrist.
The not tied up wrist.
Mhm.
So what you're saying is I need to switch which side it's tied up on.
I don't think you want to be on the side that the fucking magic armor might pop out.
No, just put hand on top of the tattoo. Can't come out.
Yeah. Yeah, just
You
like
stop that.
like sticking a carrot in a shotgun.
Yeah.
You stop that.
If you put paint on the totema tattoo, that makes it like it's not working anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Mhm.
putting a band-aid on it.
Yeah, it's like scratching out a barcode. It doesn't work.
So
So there wasn't
Uh,
anything on either of the uncle's arms.
Correct.
Okay.
but on Mori, he has the mark.
He does.
Oh my god, that name is fucking me up because either I think Moray Eel or I think of Mari, the fucking, like, drama show.
Oh my god.
Those are the only 2 things that pop into my head every time that name is said.
For me, I keep thinking of Memento Mori, and I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Same.
Well, Mori does mean death.
I keep on thinking Dead by Daylight. That was a upgrade. Memento Mori.
That was. It's true. Mori is how you instantly kill somebody.
Yeah.
So
Moving on.
Can we get
Correct
a spelling on
me-
that, just in case?
Yes.
it feels like it's been a while, and I'm forgetting. Were the twins aware
No.
of the sibling? They
No.
okay,
No.
that's what I thought. They weren't aware.
This is the first time they've heard anything regarding a sibling. Which is
Then-
why Isul's like,
Then Alter is going to, like, I assume he walked up and really quickly snatched the kid's wrist to look at the to look at the tattoo if there was one, sees it, and then just and then lets go. And he will look at this kid, who he's still quite young and short for an Aurith
Yes.
boy.
Yes, he is short. He's short. He's about the size of Key.
Yeah,
So he's
he is very
preteen.
short.
Yeah.
There's so many things that need to be said. Oh, why does it? Why do we have to be put in these situations?
Isul will drop Uncle's wrist and very briskly like brush past him and kind of maneuver herself so she is in between the uncle and the brother. Just kind of leaning around to see the wrist. And then we'll very carefully like reach out and just kind of like brush hair out of face, like holding the bangs back to examine his face. And there's just very much a thoughtful, a little bit of concern. What's your name?
Moriari.
And do you know who we are?
Yeah, I've seen pictures of you guys. Your altar in Isul.
And so, apologies for being blunt, but Alter like gestures to his hair, like Maury's hair, and then will gesture back to him, like point at his face and say, "Who are your parents?"
We never decided on your mom and dad's name. So, mom and dad.
But I assume, yeah.
Yeah.
And that is when Alter gets like a kind of a confused, seasick look on his face.
Guys never mentioned you had a little brother.
We were never told that we had one.
And when we left, we didn't. At least as far as I remember. So... This is delightfully shit. Look upward to the uncle. Like, put hands on hips. But he'll turn to Maury and he will say, like, I'm sorry you have to be in all of this. Through no fault of your own.
It's okay, I guess. I mean, life's kinda rough, but you learn to deal with it.
I need to... Yep.
Oh no.
Isul's just still has like took her hand away and is still just kind of watching very, very intently, very closely. Has not looked away. And then will look towards Alter and has that kind of stone-faced expression that she has made a decision. And it's a decision that Alter's just gonna have to go with when the time comes. I shall message you, Joe.
Alter, please tell me.
I would like to know this as well.
Alter will put like he will give his sibling a like shoulder pat awkwardly, and then take a step back and look at the uncle, and there's just so much he Alter's feeling a lot of feelings and does not know what to do. Let's just go get some fucking snacks.
Mori speaks up. Snacks are good. Your uncle just kind of gruffs.
Isul will now walk on the opposite side of brother from Key. Wherever Key is, she is on the opposite side.
Making no violent tendencies, your uncle approaches you, Key. He makes it clear that he's not going to attack you, but he does like pull out like a hunting knife and he goes for the bindings.
Nope.
Yeah, Isul will also reach out and block the arm. Not attack him, but if he wants to get to the rope, he's going to have to try and stab her.
And then he'll get in trouble.
You're going to keep your brother in captivity. I knew you were cold. But last I checked, you fought to make sure your brother doesn't enter captivity.
This is going to be a long conversation we're gonna have to have.
This is just assurance. He's gonna answer my questions.
No, I'm not.
The very clearly looking at the uncle, just get this low growl starting from Saveth. Dragon is voicing displeasure. And if I might request, Alter, can you roll me a wisdom save really fast?
Okay.
Wait, what the fuck?
Okay.
This is interesting.
Okay, continue.
Isul is betraying the party.
Is this like a test of their twin instincts? Because that's what I'm feeling here.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking too.
Twin instinct.
Do you guys want me to actually explain, or are you just going to let it roll until it is eventually
I don't mind letting
explained?
it roll, but I would like to know at some point.
You
But
will.
I'll let it roll for now.
When he rolls low enough.
When you're understand. Okay, so what do?
I guess we're following fucking Reflecta into Valhalla.
Yeah. Okay. So this first part, I don't have a picture for it, but I will have a picture for the next part. You walk into this large hallway, and the room kind of expands and sort of fills your vision completely. And you are greeted by what appears to be hundreds and of thousands of people at various tables talking and cheering and sharing drinks and food with each other, with every type of food imaginable. As you walk in with Reflecta, some of them pause to take notice of you as she seems to be escorting you down the hallway. I'll let you guys roll some perception checks to see if you overhear anything.
No, I hear nothing. Man, I have a good bonus to that too. That was a bad roll. That's okay though.
Hey, join the
The
club.
twins.
Twins are distracted. Key is
Okay.
even more distracted.
Everybody,
Saveth
you
gets a
guys are
perception
just-
roll too.
Key,
She's-
Key
What's up?
Hey, Saveth! Coming in clutch.
Sabeth hears all the things. Can Sabeth speak mentally to you? Because
Yes, Saveth is able to speak telepathically to Isil right now.
Okay. So rather than him speaking, I'll just relay what he hears to you.
She.
So it's like, oh, I'm sorry. So you hear some stuff like, wait, is that one of the sisters? Why is she personally here? Who are these people? As you guys walk in, like, wait, where is she taking them? Is she taking all these people to the VIP room? And then you hear some grappling, what the actual fuck? And there's a bunch of discontent and a little bit of jealousy as she appears to be taking you to a back room of sorts. And she holds the door open for you. The VIP room is here. I can finally view on the here.
E with the real interrogation now.
There are plenty of large tables here, and in the middle, a giant cake. As requested by Iris.
This was not requested. It was a joke.
Who the fuck is this?
Nope. It's a birthday cake. A
Yes.
giant
No, this one.
birthday cake. Huh?
The person at
right.
the bottom.
Oh,
There.
right. I'm sorry.
Who the fuck
So as you guys walk
Who the
in,
fuck is this? One.
We're not distracted by the birthday cake. We're distracted by the people. Thank you.
okay, so the small person greets you and bows. Greetings. My name is Batista. I will be your caretaker while you are here. As you can see, there is already one person here. But you are all free to participate of the snacks. If you would like, you can request your drinks, and I will bring a menu to you shortly.
What was her name?
Batista. I will spell it out.
Okay, I heard Batista, like
I
fucking.
did too.
The
Dave.
wrestler.
Yeah.
The wrestler? That's what I heard too.
Va.
Batista. Okay.
It's just I'm gonna have to like create a Drax NPC so I can just call them Batista.
Hell yeah.
And what do you mean? Who's that person over there? Don't you guys recognize Silverus?
Yes, that's what I fucking thought. I
Piper.
thought I was like, that looks too much like a Silverus to not be a Silverus.
Can I request that we turn the grid off on this map because there's a lot of
Yes.
lines?
Yes. It shall be done.
Thank you.
So many lines. It's plaid.
It shall be done.
Thank you. Good lord.
Oh no, you turned off the grid.
You asked me to turn off the grid, so I did.
We just have
That's you
giant.
requesting shrinkage. Hang on. I'll put key here.
Let's see how big Sabeth is about to be. Yep, Sabeth giant too.
Oh,
And
shit.
key. Altar is now the smallest. Walk through the door. Heights immediately shift in the opposite direction.
Oh.
What does it feel like to be short now, brother?
From very far below.
Oh, he has gotten bigger. He's eating the green mushroom.
Make her a little smaller.
So the only people that are in this room currently are or at least were in the room when we walked in, is like
Mhm.
Batista and
Silverus.
off-brand Silverus.
Yeah, Silverus is right over there.
Silverus,
is
but
it.
spelled wrong.
Off-brand Silverus. Isol
So-
just kind of like looks around, sees another person, but doesn't quite process who they are as she like turns towards Reflecta. Just, so are you going to sit here and explain everything to us, or are you just dropping us off and letting us?
I will leave explanations to Sister Batista. I have things I have to be attending to currently.
Sister, and she looks towards Batista.
Greetings. I am the youngest of the 3 Sisters of Fate. You may call me Batista.
So, you reflect on her daughter?
That is correct.
Did you just see a little sigh? Just very much under her breath, at least. We've now met all of them.
Alter, like, walking into the room, will sheath his weapon and return it to his side as normal. Because it's starting to get a little cumbersome when you go indoors.
Mm-hmm.
But eyes scan the room and takes him a second because he's still really concerned about Sibling, and will see Silverith in the corner, just sitting there, like it's fine. Does Silverith look normal? Because the image doesn't look normal.
Why don't you
Funky.
describe Silverus?
Okay. So Silverus is sitting there. Can we say that she's like drinking and snacking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's probably like holding like a champagne flute to her lips as she takes a sip. She is wearing like a blue dress. And she has her hair just like neatly like pulled back. And she looks just like she's out to a party, honestly. She looks well dressed. And she's minding her own business. Sipping like champagne from like a flute.
Alter will like his eyes lock onto Silverus after a second or two, and he'll reach over top of Kid Brother and poke Key in the ear, and just to get her attention. He won't like poke Key and then like point. He just pokes her to get her attention, and then will immediately leave and start hurrying around the group to like get over and across everywhere or across everyone, and then start like hustling towards Silverus.
I'm gonna get rid of the birthday cake because its joke is done.
Aw. But it
Big
added
birthday
so
cake.
much atmosphere.
It had a present for sure.
Mhm.
But Alter will speed walk over to Silverus, and like as he's getting closer and closer, he will be like under his breath, like, Silverus, what are you? When did you get here? What are you wearing? Why are you wearing blue?
I'm sorry?
She just like leans back for a second. Are you mad because I jumped through the portal?
Well, I can't exactly be too mad, considering I also went through one. But why would I be mad at you?
Alter
Excellent
looks
view.
like the wind has been taken out of his sails almost. I figured you would be mad because I did an impulsive thing, and you always seem to comment on those. Are you feeling okay? And he will like put the back of his hand to her forehead. Does she feel hot?
When you
I
put...
assume she doesn't.
How close does Alter get to her?
Pretty close. Close-ish, because he like leans in and then will put the back of his hand to her forehead.
Okay, well, at first she feels normal, and then she slowly starts to heat up as like a blush spreads across her cheeks as she like leans back away from him. It's like, I'm sorry. You say that I have comments on things? Are you
Uh,
sure you didn't hear rumors?
rumors? No, I was first hand to a lot of them. First hand to a lot of the comments, as more of the direct cause of some of them. Most of them, if I'm being honest. But like I still can't get over the fact you're wearing blue. You never wear blue. You usually
I'm-
wear dark reds.
I don't
Which
really own
would-
much red. I mostly own blues and pinks.
Are
Are you sure you don't have me confused for someone else?
you're like looks over his shoulder to make sure is no one else has gotten too close to him, but he will say, "You're Silver's Sylvie Venlin."
So you do know who I am. Yes, I am Sylvie Venlin. It's a pleasure to meet you. I don't think we've met before. What might your name be?
FYI, Joe, she gave a different name when she introduced herself the first time.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
She's
Just
gonna
making
like hold
sure.
out a hand. She's gonna like hold out a hand to shake, but like not like a sideways hand, as if like her hand is like vertical.
Like a hand that you take in the formal way.
Yes, exactly.
Uh, Alter looks at it like it is strange, and he will take it. Uh, uh, it's a pleasure to meet you. Are you like incognito now or something? Is this? I can play along. I mean, play along.
I'm a bit confused, but I think that if we work together, we can figure out what's happening. Are you sure you're all right? Do you have a fever? And she's gonna stand up or lean closer, and it's her turn to like feel the back of her hand to his forehead.
It's is a little hot, a little sweaty. He is very stressed.
I think you should sit and
uh,
have some water.
do well. First off, the drink we have when we're stressed is just wine from the bottle. But that's not the point. I why am I reminding you? You do, you could hold on, and he'll take like half a step back, and he will use message, and say, "There, now we can talk without being. Now we can communicate with each other without worrying about being overheard." So, what is going on? What's the disguise thing for?
She's gonna like look at him. It's like tilts her head. It's like there is no disguise. I am simply here. Are you sure you don't want to sit down?
Did uh he like looks back to the group, looks back to Silverus, looks back to the group, looks back to Silverus, and then we'll hold up a finger and be like, "Give me a moment," and we'll start to take a few steps back and walk towards the group again.
What are you guys doing in between all of this? Because Maury's trying to tug at the rope.
Just nod his arm like he is a trapped hyena.
Key would have started walking over towards, I guess, wherever Alter went, so that Maury can get snacks, but also Key can be near.
Yeah, snack time.
So, like, I don't know, fucking
Yeah,
here.
just fine. Yeah, just fine.
Oh.
there.
Alter turns to go meet with the group, is met with a key right in front of him.
He sees Key, but he will just like nod and put the finger to his lips to be like, "Shh," because he is going to just assume that Silverus is in deep cover incognito for the time being.
Key tilts her head.
Alter gives her a thumbs up, like, yeah, you got my meaning. And will speed walk back to his sister. Or over to his sister, wherever Isul is currently going right now.
I'm AFK for a second, give me a minute.
Gotcha.
Oh.
I'm surprised you're here, Sylvie. I thought you were on the other side of the portal. Wait, how did you get here before us?
Well, I don't really know what time you all left. And I'm not really sure how you would know I went through a portal. I sent a letter to let everyone know before I went in. Are you all right? And she's gonna like point to Alter. Like, he doesn't really seem very well. Are you sure that all of you are all right?
Well, we kind of had, or it sounded like they had some kind of experience on their way here. I don't really know personally.
A bad experience? That's terrible. How did you fare getting here?
Oh, I was chasing him.
Is this a game that you two are playing? I'm not really sure what young ones play these days. She points to the rope.
Well, no, he's my captive.
Well, actually, you're my captive.
Oh, so this is a game.
It's not a game. Sylvie, are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine.
Were you able to get those other Viera out? Were they okay? They weren't too hurt, were they?
Other Viera? I haven't really seen Other Viera for a bit now. I mean, there was a parade that my family attended a few weeks back where there were some, but those are mostly in attendance. Are you sure you're alright?
Wait, so your parents are okay then?
Of course they are. I saw them just this morning at breakfast.
Wait. How long are we gone before you went through the portal?
I'm not really sure when you all went through the portal, but I know that I went through a portal not too long ago. I think I've been in here for less than an hour, I would guess.
Okay, but like, how long ago since we were in, the caves and, we were fighting these two?
You were
and,
fighting them?
Saving your parent,
Are you sure you're alright, little one? Maybe you should drink some water.
Okay, I'm back.
Key will drag Mori
What?
over so she can get right up in Silver's face.
He was starting to eat like one of the appetizers, and he just.
Hello?
Just for the sake of brevity, Isul has essentially still been playing, like, the wall. Wherever the uncle is, she is between uncle and brother. And if the younger brother,
The one who's defenseless.
Which one?
As you guys are
and
talking,
then and whenever the uncle tries to be sneaky about it, and Isul does not immediately move, there's just a growling dragon blocking his way. I guess she would be, like, listening into all of this. Just kind of quiet and observing. And then she'd very slowly tilt her head. Do you recognize any of us?
Well, I'm sorry to say that no, have we all met before?
Is
Does the name Dia mean anything to you?
I believe it's. I mean, it is the first part of the word diamond, isn't it? But other than that, no, not really. Is it supposed to mean something to all of you? I do apologize if we have met before. I'm not very good with faces and names, sometimes, considering the functions my family runs. It can get a bit hectic at times.
This is a joke, right?
So she's wearing a sleeveless dress, right?
Yep.
Does she have a tattoo?
She has one on her right hand.
One of the special tattoos, Piper?
Oh, why don't you ask her?
We should be able
Does
to
it-
fucking see it. If it's just a fucking rose, we know it's probably not it.
Well, what
Like
kind of tattoo
geometric-
is it, Silvus? Or Sylvia? My apologies.
I don't fuck. Where is it? I don't know where it is. I
DM'd
saw it. It
to
looks
you.
like a fucking Roche black test.
I DM'd it to you.
You DM'd it to me. Our DMs are flooded. My brother in Christ.
That is true.
Help.
just
is
answer the
Just
fucking
send it.
question.
Yeah.
Rather than
it's
trying to
like-
be snide.
I'm not trying to be snide. I'm trying to be like, hey, where is it? It
I'm
looks
not
like the
talking to
thing.
you, Amy. I'm talking to
looks-
Piper.
But I like being snide. It's the one thing I have as a DM.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the short of this is, yes, it is one of the fucking weird ones.
Yes, it is.
Oh. Can I post in chat?
You can post in chat.
This is on her right hand.
So you just see Isul staring at her, and then her like eyes drift down to her hand and stare for a second, and then very pointedly looks at Key and Alter. I don't believe that this is ours.
What? Wait, I'm confused. What do you mean ours?
Key's sister.
But
Do you truly believe
Then-
that our Silverus would ever deny Key in any sort of way?
well, no. But that would mean there's more than one Silvers. Right? And that doesn't. That just doesn't. And he crosses his arms.
And Isul will just kind of cross her own arms and like look for Batista.
Yes. Can I help you?
Assuming you can answer most all the same questions that your sisters can, correct?
I can answer within my reach, yes.
Is it possible for there to be more than one of a person?
Here, yes.
What do you mean here? Yes. Why? Why can there be more than one person specifically here?
You are in a space in which all possibilities are possible.
So this isn't our Silvers.
From the look sound of it, it seems like this is a Silverus where the Vinlands were never taken over.
So
I'm sorry, what?
you've never met me, and he'll look at Silverus when he says that.
Well, no, but I'm happy to meet you right now.
There's like a palpable look of oof on Alter's face. And he just shakes his head and moves on, and he just goes, so You. I would wonder how much you have in common with our Silvers then, but that would mean that our Silvers is still not here.
Do you happen to know, Batista, what's going on in our version of reality? The world, of the material plane, whatever it is?
Can you bring our Silvers to us?
I can only call people upon their death, usually. So, if your Silverus is not dead, then I will not call her.
Can we answer the first question?
Short-term memory. What did you want?
Do you know what's happening in our reality, essentially?
Well, I haven't checked in a little bit, so not currently. It is currently my shift here in Valhalla, and I believe Sister Rydata is in charge of your reality right now.
Immediately looks
Rydata?
towards the fucking pink sheath.
Yeah, Alter, like, he grabs it and will kind of hold it in his offhand. But where is your sister right now?
Your sister is currently within the Astral Clock Tower, looking over your reality. Currently, she is scanning for lost souls.
But she's not here.
She is not here currently.
Is there any way that we could contact something from our home place?
Currently, that is impossible.
Can we go back?
You are free to leave whenever you wish. This is not the prison cell.
You. Turning towards Mori. How do we get back? You've been here before. So you have to tell me.
I don't have to do anything. You're mean and bossy, and you have me tied up. I lived with the syndicate. You don't think I know not to say shit to anybody?
Mori, do you not want to go back?
I'm confident I can go back when I'm ready. But I don't have to tell you guys.
Speaking of the syndicate, is there how has your experience with them been, Mori? Alter will like raise an eyebrow.
Well, it's been very strict. But I don't know any other life, so I can't really comment on its quality.
I can definitely understand what you mean by it being a bit too strict. That would be why I left. Because anywhere had to be better.
Yeah, I believe Dad said that you couldn't handle it. That's what he told me.
Not only his side of the story.
I mean, I do know him more than I know you two, so I can't really say anything.
Do you actually want to hear our sides?
Well, they always told me I should try to kill you if I ever saw you two. I'm not really in the mood to do that right now. And I kinda can't anyway, while we're here.
Preferred if you didn't want to kill us. I don't want to kill you.
And surely you know that the truth usually lies somewhere in between both sides rather than just in what one side says.
He nods.
they try to involve you in any of the family business, I'll just teach you.
Oh, well, this latest idea was my idea, actually.
What
Ooh.
exactly was the idea?
You could see him visibly clam up.
You don't have to worry about anything bad happening to you. This is a neutral territory, of course.
I know, but I was told not to say anything. I mean, if you're my brother, you should know they teach you very young not to say a word to anybody.
This is true. But you're supposed to not tell other families, and you're supposed to not tell anyone who might not need to know. And while we're all here, I can't stop any plans you have, nor can my sister. Anything that you have going on is already set sail. So it wouldn't hurt to tell us. Plus, we are family.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh boy. Come on. Money. Big money. That's medium money.
I'm going to have him roll his insight. He kind of blinks and he looks down and he's like, well, he was experimenting on Feltanos blood.
On what's blood?
Feltanos.
Do we know
Failed
that?
on us.
Can we get a spelling in chat?
Yes.
Can I get a use it in a sentence, please?
Can I get the definition? I would have never gotten that. Thank you.
Oh shit.
Does that mean anything to any of us?
Points to Keith.
Gesundheit.
Key!
Isn't that her race?
Yes.
So experimenting on rabbit blood.
Specific subgroup of rabbit, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just any old rabbit.
Why were you doing that?
Because Feltanos are very special. I mean, you would know. You look to be one. Although you might just be small, Viera. That they're kind of hard to tell apart.
I mean, they're just rare from what I hear.
Well,
Didn't think there was anything else.
every legend that we hear say that Feltanos have the ability to navigate the improbable space. And so I was looking for a way to harness that power.
And your thoughts led you to this.
He climbs up again. He has more to say, but he's beginning to fear as if he is treading on thin ice right now.
I'm surprised you were able to find a lot of people.
Well, to be honest, we've only managed to find like 3 or 4. We usually end up getting smaller Viera by mistake. We have to test their blood to see if they are Feltanos or not. Becomes difficult.
You do know how those Viera are being acquired, right?
Well, yeah. Like I said, I was behind this. We need the blood.
very uncomfortable shift.
Keith like takes a step away, just inches away a little bit.
And there's no alternative to this. You have to use Felthona's blood. You didn't hypothesize of a new strategy? Maybe?
Well, we can't make synthesized Felthona's blood. Not yet. We need a large amount of the original. But Felthonas are incredibly rare, so difficult.
And what do you do with all of these people you capture?
Well,
After you test them?
we usually just let them go, typically, or if they see too much, usually do like some magic to mess with their memory, that kind of thing.
Insight check.
Yeah, and Isul's watching the uncle the entire time at this point.
He's very hard gaze.
22.
He believes he's telling the truth.
And Alter would know that that is just
Bullshit.
That's
big
not how
fat
the syndicate
crock.
does thing. Yeah.
Okay, because I was about to say,
That no, you know they'd most likely be sold into slavery.
mhm.
We also don't have
Do
hard
we-
proof of any kind.
Yeah, I
either.
was just thinking
Do
like
not have
fuck,
hard
we don't
proof,
have
no.
we don't have like a transaction log or property deed or anything. Alter just starts racking his brain for something.
Keith's extremely uncomfortable.
How
Oh,
exactly did...
Uncle,
Go ahead.
did you, Uncle, happen to come across any papers for the Venlin family?
Well, we did work with them. So, yeah.
Do you have them on you? Because I believe that we have a Venlin here who can attest to their legitimacy, and he'll gesture to Silverus.
I don't really know why he would have my family's papers.
And why should I cooperate with you?
Well, you wouldn't be cooperating with me, you'd be cooperating with the Venlin family.
I believe you've established that this isn't the Vinland from our world.
This is true, but you didn't specify the Venlin from our world. You just said Venlin family.
Alter, I raised you. I trained you. I know when you're trying to bullshit me.
Alter just gives him like a really like vile grin and will be like, then you should be proud that I'm trying to bullshit you. But the point is, I know you are hiding something. And I don't think any Venlin from any family from any version of them would be excited about it.
I don't really see how that's my problem. You left the family business, remember?
Mm-hmm. I did. I found it quite distasteful. But I'm curious what others would think.
Isul is going to just kind of like watch this exchange and then just like turn a little bit so she's facing more and more and just kind of watching him for a moment. She has been very carefully not aggressive towards him the entire time, or
Mhm.
intimidating towards him as best she can be. How exactly did the family tell you that we left? What was their story?
Um, they just said you ran off because you didn't want to do anything illegal. I mean,
With, you know,
that's me summarizing it. There were a lot of harsher words.
I can. Isul just kind of smirks slightly. I can imagine. They didn't specify what it was exactly that we had issue with.
Something about an official that you killed.
She just kind of like nods slightly. We did kill an official. We killed him because of what he was wanting us to do. Something that the family was sanctioning and is, as far as we are aware, still sanctioning. He was wanting to purchase children as slaves.
Oh,
Children younger than you.
Children who are a lot like Key.
well, she is kind of mean to me, so
She flinched a little when Alter said that.
but I mean, like, we're a syndicate family. We don't do good things.
There's a difference between not doing good things and then stepping over a boundary that you can never come back from.
There's a difference between stealing an object and stealing a person. People aren't cargo. They're not items or commodities.
I wouldn't know anything about that, so
You're lucky
Ooh.
that you don't know anything about that.
as if to cut into the mood, you hear a large thumping on the table as Zatista comes and drops a giant book on the table. And here's your menu. Please tell me if there is anything that you'd like to order. And this is where the link that I sent you of all the culinary terms comes in. Because that's the menu.
Isul kind of glances at the book and then glances at Batista and will slowly look back at Mori. You may not know anything about it now, but there will come a time where they want you to be involved more directly than you already are, whether you know if you're involved or not. And probably gonna fucking regret this, but she will very pointedly look at Key with this, like, just let me look, and reach across and use her claws to snip the rope.
Key was like kind of deflating as the conversation kept going, and so she doesn't put up a fight. She kind of doesn't really want to be near him. Actually, she's been kind of slowly inching further and further away from him.
Yeah. So as you cut the bindings, he sort of massages the circulation in his arm. There's a portal underneath the Hama Manor that I fell into when I was younger. Like the one we just entered.
Have you only been through it once, or have you made it a habit?
I've only been in once or twice. That's how I came here.
Do you know how to get back easily?
she could probably show you the way. He kind of nods his head over to Keith.
I was asking you how to navigate this place previously. I don't know how to do that.
But you have to. You're a Feltanos. There should be at least a little instinct there. I can navigate it, but I need Feltanos blood for it.
How much blood do you need in order to navigate?
For sustained navigation, couple vials probably. But you have a living, willing Feltanos with you, so she can guide you. It's like I was saying earlier. Feltanos blood carries traces of divinity in it, so she can navigate the space, even if she doesn't know it. He kind of looks down.
How much blood did you get before you came in here?
Well, I haven't tested the vials to see if they're Feltanos yet, but 5 or 6.
So you have more vials on you then.
Well, not on me, only the ones that I took as I ran into the portal. So, I'm fresh out.
So you were just trusting that you had some with you?
We'll lose either that or be captured and or killed. I figured even if I got lost, Reflecta would take care of me.
Yasuo kind of tenses slightly at the and or killed part and glances really quickly over to Alter and then looks back to Mori and will very slowly, so that he can move away should he choose to, just reach out and place a hand on his arm.
He seems more scared than anything else.
She doesn't grip his arm, she just places a hand
Yeah.
on top of it.
Yeah.
I want you to be very certain of something, Mori. We, and she gestures towards Alter, are never going to kill you. Not unless you try to kill us first.
Well, okay. I promise to not try and kill you. I can agree to that much.
Kind of glance over her shoulder towards the uncle, trying to judge his reaction to this shit.
He just kind of shrugs.
Do you think you could help Key get all of us out of here?
Well, it's not something I can do or teach. It's something you have to instinctually feel. It's like I was saying, she just kind of has to feel her way back.
So when you're using this blood, does it just give the instinct to you?
For a very short time, yeah.
Can you explain what it feels like?
He closes his eyes. He Like, you can see he's trying to picture it. He's like, you kind of just focus, and it just becomes sort of instinctual as long as you focus on where you're going, kind of. I'm not really good at describing this, but eventually you'll exit somewhere, hopefully where you want to be. But it is more likely that you go where you want to go as long as you are focusing properly.
Key will close her eyes and try and focus on, like, going home.
Here, you're not going to feel anything. You're currently
Yeah.
within like a bounded field almost.
You have to be in the fucking spiral staircase.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's working.
Well, right now you're in Valhalla. You're not in improbable space. Although I guess this is technically improbable space, but it's more like formulated. I guess you could say it's more probable. Kind of smirks at its own joke.
Oh boy. Okay, seems like puns run in the male bloodline.
But yeah, once you go to that like spirally area where the pathways begin to wind, that's how you'll do it.
When you've used this blood in the past, have you managed to find your way back appropriately every time?
I'm usually off by a little bit. I'm not 100% precise.
Off by a little bit. How? What exactly does that mean?
Well, I get the destination correctly. I don't get the time right sometimes. I
Isul
remember I
kind
made
of
like a
pales.
10-minute. I remember I took like a 10-minute jump, and it was like a couple months after I left. That's kind of scary at first, but I'm kind of used to it now.
Looks very sharply towards the others.
I'm sorry, did you say a couple of months?
Yeah.
Oh, Rex is going to kill me.
Have you said anything, Joe? Because we have not heard you. Joseph!
I guess he's not here?
No, I'm here. I have been saying something. My mic
Your mic-
was not picking up shit. What the fuck?
Nope.
Because immediately
Okay, well, let's catch
You've-
up. Let's catch
You've
up.
been
Okay,
muted for
sorry.
so long, Joe. I'm like,
Yeah.
how? Why?
Damn
Where
it.
is Joe? Joe is never silent for this long.
Yeah. So, the first comment was like, at the time dilation where he's like, yeah, it's gone for 10 minutes in a couple months, and Alter's like, wait, what do you mean time? You were at the wrong time, and then he explained it, and then so that comment's all good, and then Rex is going to kill me, to which Alter immediately like double takes to the Silverus beside him and is like, what do you mean Rex? Wait, we need to leave. It's been I don't know how long.
Oh, I need to get back too. Oh my, I probably missed it. Oh, he is going to kill me.
What did you miss? Miss what?
Have you
And
not?
Rex?
It's the talk of Malachi, right? You're not from there.
The Alter starts to get like a sinking feeling.
I can't miss his wedding. I can't miss the wedding.
his wedding? Who's he marrying?
That's a very long story, but if I'm not there, he is going to kill me when I do show up.
Wait, so just to be clear, he's not marrying
Mhm.
you.
Well, not anymore.
Uh, there's a moment where Alter has to remember, like, nope, no, I knew about the boyfriend thing. It's fiance is not that far of a leap, and he's not anymore. And he just shakes his head. Not anymore. Who is he marrying? Not that it really pertains to me at all.
I believe her name is Cynthia. I've met her once or twice, and, well, she seems nice.
Why do I know that name?
I don't know. First time hearing of it.
Now, this is improv, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I gave Amy free reign to improv.
I
Just
can make
a
so
note
much
of
shit
what.
up.
Yeah, make
Okay.
notes of what you improv. Just in
Yeah, don't
case.
worry.
Okay, I was thinking like Cynthia. Wait, is that someone we knew? But okay, sorry. Then Alter will think for a second. And
There's
be
a
like,
lot of names flying around right now. We don't know.
Alright. But I have to be there, or else. I mean, he might just cancel the whole thing if I'm not there.
He would cancel his wedding to someone else because you weren't there? That seems a bit much. Thought it was a bad day about him. It doesn't matter. Why am I getting so invested in this? We need to go. And he will stand up.
What is your problem?
You.
I haven't
There's a
done anything.
version. No, there's a version of you that finds this brashness charming. I'm pretty sure you. I think you do, at least. But
Well,
There's a version of you that likes him and he likes that version. Let's cut this short and let's get moving.
that is oversimplifying a lot. But-
This is not
Oh,
incorrect,
so-
though.
well, that's not too surprising. I mean, both of you do fall into my type, so.
Big,
like-
tall, scaly, and stupid, yes.
Oh,
She
so do
said
you.
both of you. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Isul?
Yeah, she like gestured to both of you. She's like, "Oh, that
Oh.
makes sense. Both of you do fall into my type."
Wait.
Isul just like blinks. And then looks
Huh?
towards Alter and looks towards Key. And then motions from herself to Key. We are going to have a talk later.
He is
I-
focused on Mori.
Silver's just like, is there something wrong? So what you're saying? I guess there is no point in asking if either of you are single.
Technically, yes, but that's not the point. We need to go. We are wasting time that we don't necessarily have, and you also need to go because you're supposed to be at a wedding probably yesterday, if I'm judging time right. Looks at Mori and just shrugs like, "Am I? I don't know."
He shrugs. In a very similar way to you, by the way.
Could I know you don't really trust me, but could I see the files?
He'll hand one over to you.
I'm just gonna like, in the simplest way possible. Is there magic in this blood? Can I sense it?
Vibe.
No.
Vibe check the blood.
Your vibe check says no blood, no magic.
Actually, hold on. Hold on a second. Let me read this.
Get a blood testing kit or something?
I do have new magic.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, yeah. FYI, Piper, if you did not look over the level up that we got, I did take Forge Cleric.
Okay.
Oh.
So a god of creation of some sort. I do. I have identify.
Hey!
Identify would tell you that this is blood.
But if like the Key's like, this isn't magic, and Isul will kind of lean forward a little bit and just like move the hand away from Mori and just like turn it palm up on the table. Will they let me see the others? I might have something that'll move this along a little bit faster.
Okay. Just kind of pulls the vials out. I'm just gonna save you time. There was one hit on the 6 vials.
And she just. You see a kind of pinkish, purplish magic rising from her hands and wrapping around the vials. And you can see the similar kind of glow in her eyes as she examines each one. And then finally comes down to the last one. And is like, blinks for a second. And like does this double take, like goes back to the 5th vial, looks at it for a second, goes back to the 6th vial. I think this one's actually the one you're looking for.
Key wants to snatch at it.
Oh,
Okay,
Jesus.
I'll let you snatch at it.
So before you were doing that, I just wanted to point out, Z, I was intentionally looking for him because I was going to keep them from him.
Well, Isul wants to move this along, so like if you snatch it out of her hand, she was not anticipating that. So you can, but you're going to get a very disgruntled look from Isul.
Do you want me to roll for it? Or can I just take it?
You can just take it.
Okay.
Just get this like key.
He can't have it.
You're going to
It's
help
not
him get
his to
home.
have. Yes, I'll do that, but he can't have this. She kind of holds it to her chest.
He kind of just gets a harumph and eats a chicken leg.
Isul is not going to argue because she is smart enough to like know the issues going on here. And just kind of pats Mori on the back. I do think all of us need to get moving.
I'll stay here for a while. You guys can go.
Alter and Ethan will exchange a look, probably.
Yep. Isul will stand up and just kind of looking at Alter and then looking back to Moray. Just hold out a hand. Can I talk to you in private for a few minutes?
You're talking to Mori?
Yes.
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
She will. If he doesn't take the hand, just kind of usher him
Yeah,
away.
he'll follow you. He's not keen to touch you, but he will follow you.
To like the other side of the room. Again, Saveth still posted up over here. Uncle is not moving.
Oh, he doesn't even make an attempt to move.
And Isul will kind of go towards a seat and sit down and kind of gesture for Mori to sit down as well. And just kind of she's very clearly thinking very hard. The fingers kind of interlaced in front of her in her lap. I'm going to be perhaps a little more brief and blunt than I would necessarily like to be in this situation. None of us were quite... Well, I shouldn't say none of us, but I certainly wasn't aware of there being a time issue initially. I know you may not fully grasp why Alter and I reacted and left the family like we did. Neither one of us were happy in the family for various reasons. But both of us were contented to stay until we finally saw the line that we could not cross. It wasn't stress. It wasn't pressure. It wasn't strictness of father or uncle. It wasn't even that we were doing bad. Both Alter and I know that we are not necessarily good people, and we never will be. But I want you to know and hear our side of the story first. And I know that you're not comfortable with me, certainly, and probably less so with Alter. He may be more like you than either of you care to admit. I want you to know one thing very, very clearly. You are still our brother. And family still has a meaning for us.
Oh, okay.
Alta was in your position. Do you understand what I was being trained for?
You were going to have my uncle's job, right? Take care of him?
And she nods. Take care of him. Be his weapon, be his shield. I want you to know that it's not just Alta that I would do that for. Would protect you as well if I needed to.
He blinks in surprise. Like, I just met you, though. I don't know how you can say we're family when we just met. Feels weird, doesn't it?
She kind of smirks and nods. It does. But I can see so much of Alta in you already. Know you're my brother. And it's not too late. You don't want to do what the family is asking. You want to see something else, try something else. You can.
I wouldn't even know what to try out, to be honest. I don't really know a life outside of it.
Neither did we. And yet, now we're in a clan. We have our own clan hall. Hell, give us a year and we'll start having territory.
He nods a little.
And she will kind of reach out very slowly, opening her hand, like trying to like again offer her hands to him.
He'll accept it. He'll hold on to your hand.
And she gives his hand just a little squeeze. If you want to leave, know that you can. All the skills, all the knowledge, everything that they train you to do does not bind you to the Syndicate and what they do. And if you want to leave, you can come and find me or Alta. Both of us would take care of you and help you, even if you don't want to join a clan or stay anywhere near us. We will help you.
He nods a little. For now, I think I'm gonna stay in Valhalla for a bit. Vixus Reflecta will take care of me while I think a lot.
And she nods very carefully and just kind of slowly shifts his wrist so that or shifts his hand so that his wrist has the tattoo side up.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll kind of move her other arm so that he can see the mark on her arm a little bit more clearly. And I think you know what this is just as well as I know what that is as well.
He nods.
Can you tell me how long you've had it?
In our time, couple weeks.
So that would above table
It
logically
tracks.
be the festival one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of nods. Are you aware of what it entails beyond just a giant suit of fuck-off armor?
Yeah, Reflecta gave me the basis of it.
Does the
We're
family
going
know?
to be... yeah, I told them.
She just kind of closes her eyes. Doesn't react beyond that for a moment. I'd like to say that we could also help each other out with this, should you want to.
How are you gonna help me with this?
And it's a lot of responsibility. Questions and decisions that nobody should have to deal with, especially nobody as young as you are.
It is kind of scary thinking about deciding a whole world.
She nods. Especially coming from our background. Not exactly something that either of us would volunteer for, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I know you... I know we have asked a lot of you, and you've told us a lot today, that you did not necessarily want to tell us. So it might be a little ironic that I ask this. But if I tell you where to look for us, will you promise to keep it to just yourself? Not tell anybody in the family?
You could see him think about it for a moment, but he nods.
I'm going to tell you what city to come find us in, if you really want to find me or Alta. And it's Larsha that we're in, right?
Yes.
Is Larsha the country or the city?
It is the country. The city is Stat.
Is that?
Yes.
And she'll just kind of glance over her shoulder at Alter, who I'm assuming is watching like a fucking hawk.
Yeah, he's watching this conversation like very intently. His vision darts between this conversation and the uncle, and occasionally to Silverus.
And she'll look back and say, if you ever want to find us, you can come to a start asking around, and I'm sure either you will be pointed in our direction, or we will hear about it and come find you ourselves. But know that, again, if you need it, you will have a roof over your head and food on the table and the protection of both of your siblings. Plus, an extra few, if either of us have anything to say about it.
Okay.
Does he just seem like... Is he just like, okay, just to move the conversation along, or does he seem to be actually be absorbing anything?
He's a little overwhelmed by everything, so it could be either.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be fair.
Yeah, would be fair. But there's also, at least it's not obviously like, okay.
It's not dismissive. It's not get out of here, bitch. There's a lot.
And Issa will kind of glance over her shoulder at the uncle and shake her head. Stay in Valhalla as long as you want. Don't let our uncle tell you one way or another.
No, I won't. He usually doesn't boss me around, actually.
There's a little slight arch brow, but she nods.
Well, he's taking your job, so for the most part, he's also learning how to be a sword and shield, you know? So he doesn't really boss me around that much. He gave up on training me swords forever ago. I don't have the skill that our brother has. But I'm really good at spell work, so they let me study spell weaving.
Yes, it seemed like you had a few spells of note in the caves. Little surprise, neither one of us ever showed any propensity for magic outside of a small handful of things.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me I'm very good at spell weaving for my age. I learned a lot when I first came here, and Big Sis Reflected taught me a lot and helped me learn a bunch of things.
Does he seem like at all excited about that? Because it sounds like he's a little
seems
excited.
happy. Yeah, he seems happy about it. Due to time dilation shenanigans, he's still technically like 10 or 12, but he's had years of magical training, technically. So he's way advanced for his age.
She just kind of smirks. You and Adia and Kit would get along famously then.
I don't think she likes me that much. I mean,
she said
she's
Kit's
pretty,
not
but
Key.
She's really... Oh, okay, Kit. I was about to say she's pretty, but she's kind of bossy.
Yeah. Isul knows Key can do magic, but still doesn't quite understand Key magic. Kit,
understandable.
Kit magic and Dia magic, she kind of understands where that comes from.
She's pretty, but she's bossy. I am loving bossy Key.
Same.
And she just kind of...
She finally gets a littler person to boss around. Give her power and watch what happens.
That's how it always works out. You have to find the shorter person. And Isul just kind of smirks and will kind of gently like ruffle his hair. Very much in the like sibling gesture. You'll have to show us at some time.
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
And she slowly stands and kind of waits for him to stand as well, looking him over.
He'll stand up. Yeah.
I would offer a hug, but I'm not sure that you necessarily want one.
He gives you a hug.
And she hugs back and gives a little squeeze. Because she knows how unaffectionate the fucking family is. And steps away. Well, we all do need to be going, but at least come and say hello to your brother. One time properly.
Okay.
Starts walking back and just kind of like whistles and gestures for Alter to come over.
Alter raises an eyebrow and will, in the kind of like, how did it go question that he doesn't ask.
The fact that she hugged the man.
True.
Good sign.
So does he walk over and actually like go to Alter, or does he go back to his seat, or what?
Well, she
I
was.
thought you were coming.
Yeah, she
here.
was gesturing for Alter to kind of meet halfway.
Oh. Okay.
She
I'm
still doesn't
dumb.
want to be that close to Uncle for this interaction.
Then Alter would come partway over, and there's a like a bit of apprehension, but also Alter trying to put on the normal kind of obnoxious, cocky, confident airs he typically has,
Fucking
and he'll
tiny aura.
yeah. Alter will walk over and put one hand on his hip, and he'll just kind of stand there, like half expectantly and half just like, so I guess you are both friends now.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
He earnestly smiles, and he will say, like, that's honestly really, really good. It's having someone like Isul at your back is, well, there's no one else I'd rather replace her with.
Yeah, I got 2 big sisters now. He nods.
2 big sisters?
Yeah, there's Isul, and there's big sister Reflecta.
Oh, well, I suppose that's a good point. Then, yes, you do have 2 big sisters. For now, eventually you'll be the little but bigger brother. But you're not allowed to be taller than me.
Well, I'm not there yet, but we'll see. I do need to hit puberty.
Juice will just kind of like groan slightly. Should go try and hunt in the cottage by the sea. You used to have, at the very least, an actual height chart. See exactly the year Alter shot up about 6 inches out of nowhere. It's rather depressing.
Not for me. I felt great.
You whined like a little baby the entire time.
After the fact, I felt great. Just waves his hand. Being tall has its perks. everyone looks up to you, literally and metaphorically. And you'll get there.
I don't know the details, but I don't think you two are aware of this, but Father says our lineage is very special, and
Oh?
part of our research is to make that better. I don't know all the details, but I thought you might like to know at least that, so you can try and do some research on your own.
Did
Thank
they
you for telling us.
tell you how they're trying to make it better?
He said he would tell me the details when I became the official head. He was going to tell you, but then, well,
Well, regardless of what it may or may not be, don't let them convince you it's something it's not. Ask your questions, and don't let them getting upset about asked questions stop you from getting answers.
I'll try. You know how that is.
It's weird, like, relatability, and he just shrugs and just goes, I do know. But, hell, if I can handle it, you can handle it, and then some. You're twice as mature as I was at that age.
And
And-
twice as smart.
Well,
Hmm.
it feels better when I say it. But yes, you're also twice as smart.
Okay. I told Isil, but I'm gonna remain here for a while. Reflecta's gonna take care of me, probably. And I'm gonna think about a lot of stuff.
I told
Good.
him that should he want to, he is more than free to come to a start. Find us.
Alter will nod and agree with that and say, yes, you can crash at our place whenever you like. And stay here as long as you need. You're in no rush. You have a lot on your plate, and not a lot of it was put there but by your choice. So, do what you have
Right.
to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And Alter will reach over and give him like one hand on a shoulder. He'll like take a knee so that he's a little bit closer to eye level, and put one hand on his shoulder and like kind of tilt his head forward and say, "It was a pleasure to meet you, little brother. Under such circumstances, I wish it could be better, but I'll take what I can get."
Yeah, big brother. He kind of fidgets a little.
You don't have to call us your brother and sister if you really don't want to.
Okay.
You can just call me Alta. I mean, he just shrugs. Everybody calls me Alta.
Okay, Alter. You can call me Mori or Mori R.A. That's my full name.
He nods. Good luck then, Mori.
Yeah.
And
He's gonna
he
go
will
over the
stand up.
table and eat because he's hungry again.
Hmm.
How's this conversation between Silverus and Key going?
I mean, Silverus is like taking small bites of like salad, and she like looks at the siblings all huddled over there. And she's just gonna, the key. Just, and what was your name again, little one?
It's Key.
Key. Oh, that's a very pretty name.
Thanks. Very uncomfortable. This is a really weird situation.
Somebody that I used to know.
Well, if there's not going to be a conversation, I do have something else Isol's going to do.
Okay.
Oh, okay, never mind, I guess.
No, go ahead. I was just, there was this long silence.
I was letting Jill
No,
finish
that's
his
it. That was
reference.
done.
Okay. But Sylvie is going to like not point at, but like nod towards the siblings while they're all talking. And she's kind of just like, I don't know, give a small smile. It's like, well, that's very sweet that they're all talking and coming together. You know, I always wanted a sibling.
Oh.
Mm. Well, our version of you has one.
And your version is named. Well, I'm assuming Sylvie. You called me Sylvie, so I assume we have the same name still.
Kinda.
Kind of.
A lot of stuff happened to our Sylvie. She's a bit different, but
Mm.
I still see her, like the real her, at least I feel.
Right. Well, does she. Now I am very curious about her. Do you know what college she went to?
She didn't end up going to college, right?
Nope.
She didn't have a chance to.
Well, I meant more so her area of magic.
Illusion? Very, very vague there.
You are an asshole and you will stay down there.
Hi, Mr.
No,
Amy.
magic isn't really her specialty.
What do you mean it's not her specialty? I mean, I can't imagine not having magic.
I mean, she has little bits of illusion magic, but it's more,
Well, yes, that's what I was born with. But I was able to learn it in school. And how to use music to cast magic.
our Sophie's more hands-on.
Hands-on.
She's good with certain type of weapons.
She's good at weapons.
Nod,
Why on
nod.
earth does she use weapons?
And she's really, 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 really fast.
She's fast. Well, I mean, anyone can really be fast if they train on the track.
No. Like, really fast.
Really fast.
Really fast.
So I'm assuming that I can't outrun her. Is that what you're saying?
Looks you up and down. I don't think
I am
don't think you
athletic.
have. I don't think you have it in you.
I did do gymnastics ever since I was young.
Well,
So I am acrobatic.
yeah, but I think she has a bit more pep in her step, I guess.
Pep in her step. Why do I feel like I'm competing with myself?
I mean, it kind of sounds like that's what you're doing.
I'm just curious about her. It's not every day that you've find out that there's another version of you.
Well, I mean, she's a bit more guarded than you seem to be.
I wouldn't really describe myself as guarded. I try to be an open book, or at least as open as I can be without allowing others to walk over me. I still am a Venlin after all.
Our Sylvie took up a different name. She wouldn't consider herself a Venlin. At least, openly.
Does she not have pride in the family name?
Oh no, she does. She really does.
I am named after my grandmother that passed away shortly after I was born. I assume the same is for her.
Nod.
So I wear the name Sylvia with pride. I can't imagine going by something else.
No.
That is who I am. It's who I will always be.
What happened to your uncle?
What do you mean?
Is he still around?
Well, of course he is. I saw him at breakfast.
Slight flinch.
Are you alright? I had him. Well, my whole family gets together at breakfast and we all talk before we all go our separate ways for the day. And that's when I last saw him. Him and my father were. I think they were arguing over something. I think it was something stupid. I think it was which one drank more ale at the last dinner party we hosted. Why do you ask? Do you know
It's
my
nice.
Uncle Adi?
It's nice to hear that you have such a close family.
Well, of course we're very close. What?
Just kind of smiles in response.
I feel like there's something you're not saying. Is there something wrong?
No. I'm just happy for you, that's all.
Right. Well, thank you, I suppose. I am very curious about all of you, though. What are their names again?
Oh, Alter and Isul.
Alta
There-
and Isul.
Oh, and that's Sylvester. We also have Kit, but she's not here right now.
There's a lot of people here. Or do you all know?
Oh, by the way, Isul, what she said is not wrong at all.
What's not wrong? What? There was a lot that was said, particularly about blood and time displacement. And
I don't know much about that. Hand wave.
weren't they just saying that you were going to get them out of here?
Apparently.
Well, I believe you can do it. But what were you saying? I feel like whatever she says must have been important.
I literally lost what I was gonna say, so.
Oh, okay. Something about how something Isul said. She wasn't wrong.
I think it was something like, oh yeah, our Sylvie has the hots for Alter or some shit like that.
Oh.
But
Okay.
the conversation turned serious too quickly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay. Alright. I should also get back to, I guess, my home. I'm not really sure where to go.
Are you gonna be able to get back to your time?
Well, I don't know, if I can be honest with you. I'm not very sure. And personally, I'd rather not just travel on my own in case I get lost. This is kind of the first time I've left Malachi.
Z, evens or odds?
Me? Fucking odds?
I guess he's not here.
Okay,
What?
Joe.
I said
evens or
something.
odds?
I think I was muted. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Well, maybe you could join us and
Hello?
like I can try and help. I don't really know how to help you.
I'm sure that you'll figure it out, and even if I to go with you all to your world, then
Hello?
at least traveling in this place would be an
Hello?
adventure in and of itself, and that is what I was looking for.
I was talking. My mic is, I think, dying.
Oh,
Like, dying. It
You
wasn't
get a
even
turn.
muted.
The curse.
Oh,
I was like, sitting here making fucking comments. Why is nobody responding?
Curse
li-
remains.
The light on my mic is not on, which means I am not muted. Why is nobody responding?
yeah, we did not hear anything.
no, nothing.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, Z.
Do you remember anything?
No.
Oh,
I just remember that I was confused as to why you called me the fuck out.
Oh,
Cause I was gonna do something, and I am gonna do something. So
Okay.
Fuck, what was the last thing said?
you can join us. I can try and help
Right.
you find your way home.
If it's not too much trouble, I don't want to impose. And I don't know how they would react to being near me.
We're gonna cause a fucking paradox event. The two Silverses are gonna meet and touch, and it's boom.
I mean, I
end of
don't,
campaign.
I can't make any promises on when you'll be back or where.
I am aware of that. Well, this is what I get for not thinking and just taking the first chance of adventure I saw before me. I really thought
Well-
I'd be back in time.
Well, you're more than welcome to join us.
I'd prefer that over wandering on my own. I'm not very. I haven't really traveled on my own before, so this would be a first. But you all seem very capable, and you all do seem like very nice people that I would love to get to know.
Well, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Oh, hopefully that they don't vote me off. It'd be a shame.
I don't think they could do that even if they wanted to.
Well,
At least one of them. Probably both of them, though.
probably. What if they don't want me to travel with you all? I'm not going to impose myself.
Well, I mean, the first goal will be to get you home first, because apparently I'm a guide.
We vote you off the island, Sparta kick off the fucking staircase.
Yeah, just like, oh no. Oh,
I mean,
no,
if I'm the guide, then they have to listen to me.
that is wonderful confidence.
She's right, you know.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They have to listen to you. Look at you.
She meant it as a joke.
It would be a shame if we didn't get along. I'd hope to at least get to know them better. They are very. They seem very nice.
I wonder if there are versions of them in your world. I'm concerned about what they would be like.
We don't want to
Ooh.
know.
Yeah. Key doesn't want to know.
I'm not very sure. I've never seen all of you before, but then again, I haven't really left Malachi ever.
Malachi. That's not where our Silvers is from, right?
It is.
It is? Okay.
It's the capital of Fodel.
Oh,
That's where
okay.
Silverus was born. And where Sylvia was born.
I'm a little surprised you didn't encounter another Vera. I mean, I guess alternate me? Question mark. Not sure how this works.
Well, how did you and, well, your Silverus, Silverus, right? That
Mhm.
name. I don't know why she would change her name. There's something so eerily similar. It makes no sense.
It's
Oh,
a
I'm not
long story.
going to judge her. That would be unbecoming of me, but, well, I can judge her a little bit, can't I? I mean, she is me or I am her, whichever. This is very confusing.
I'd prefer if you didn't. A lot of it wasn't her choice. But
It wasn't?
I also kind of understand if you feel the need, you have to.
Oh, I don't have to. It's just surprising. All of this. But I guess it depends on how you and your Sylvie met. You know, what is the difference between us? What happened? Or what's the difference between my world and yours?
Apparently, a lot.
Well, now I'm very curious. Can you tell me the major things?
Well,
Lore dump from
yeah,
someone.
like, are we
Fast
She
going?
meant
forward.
more so
Yeah,
in
can
your
we?
life. She meant on a more personal level, not a lore.
Yeah, Key doesn't really know how to answer that. I mean,
Uh,
I
you
was
look very.
kind of adopted
Oh, that's wonderful.
by Sylvie, sort of.
Wait, how did she adopt you?
Well, her uncle kind of brought me into the family, and she adopted me because the whole
Oh, so.
wanting a sibling thing. Yeah.
Oh, so Uncle Adi brought you to the family. You know, that sounds just like him, taking in someone.
Yeah.
Oof.
She's trying not to ruin the Silverus's view of her uncle. Or this Sylvie's view of her uncle. That's what she's trying to do here. There's a look of like eating something that tasted bad on her face.
Oh. Is the food alright? Do you want something else? We can get you other food. There's a whole menu here.
Oh, I'm not really hungry.
Right. Well, do you feel sick at all? Are any of you injured?
Key isn't. I'm not. I think Alter got kind of banged up a bit. from what I saw. And Isul got hit pretty hard too, right?
No.
Oh.
Isul is fucking fine.
Oh, how's Alter looking?
Not good.
At,
Yeah, I was
he
gonna,
is at half, but
yeah, I'm gonna
slightly
say
below
one of
half.
you's at half.
Yeah, holy shit. Imagine there was like a wound that was being covered that she didn't
Ooh.
notice until he's standing
Yeah.
over there, and she just does a double take. And she's just like, hold on, Key. I will be right back. I would love to continue conversing with you. Just give me one moment. I just noticed. How did I not notice the blood on the floor? And she's going to hustle the fuck over to Alter, walking very quickly. She looks very concerned.
Altered, like, looking left and right, like, do I have something on my face? And just totally absent-mindedly not paying attention to the multiple, like, abdominal wounds he may or may not have.
Oh, what on earth happened to you? You aren't alright. I asked you if you were alright earlier.
Oh, but that's, I mean, I'm not well, but I sort of learned to, I had
Yes.
other things on my mind.
He is right. He's pretty standard for him.
This is standard for him.
Well, he refuses to wear fucking armor.
That's too constricting.
Too constricting, but it does keep you from getting stabbed.
I have scales.
Not everywhere.
Hmm.
She is going to take out from her bag. She's going to take out a staff that was hooked onto her bag, and that she's going to have it in one hand, and then she's going to just hold out a hand to Alter. It's like, do you mind if I help, or at least try to help?
No, I don't mind.
Good. And she's going to grab his hand.
Oh. He will hold onto her hand.
And she is going to channel magic from her staff and cast Cure Wounds.
Hey!
At 4th level.
Damn.
That's a good one.
Where is it? Aha. 25.
25.
Isul's just like watches for a second. Blinks. Definitely not Silverus.
Considering I think the name Silverus is odd.
Holy shit. Were you always able to do this?
Well, no, I learned it in school. Are you feeling a bit better? Are you sure you're alright?
I feel much better. Thank you. The wound is like mostly closed and sealed over. He's still a little wounded, but that did a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. It's like, if you need more healing, just tell me. I can heal you more. And
Oh, it's a type of like a holy magic?
no, I actually channel my magic through music, but I do have a staff that my uncle gave me for my 18th birthday. And this allows me to heal more.
Oh, your uncle gave you this.
Yes, my uncle
Interesting.
Adi.
There's like a slight twitch at the name, just like he recognizes it, but just shakes his head and moves on.
Everyone's very weird about it.
It's well, we come from a place where our Sylvie is in a slightly different relationship with her uncle.
Right.
But-
Well, I mean, you can call her Silver. It's just I'd prefer if you'd call me Sylvie or Sylvia, and not
Uh,
call me Silvers. That's a name I've never heard before.
I can call you Sylvie easy enough. Well, Sylvie is a nickname that you went by from where we're from.
Well, of course, it's the nickname I've always gone by. Since I was born, my family always called me Sylvie.
Oh, well, then Sylvie it is. And since I suppose we weren't properly introduced in a very weird roundabout way, and Alter will like look at Isul, and then there's a little bit of an embarrassed blush as he turns to Silverus, and he will turn to Sylvie and he will hold out a hand and say, my name is Alta.
And she will hold out her hand in the same formal way. And she'll say, "It's nice to meet you, Alta. My name is Sylvia Venlin, but please call me Sylvie." I'd prefer it if both of you called me Sylvie, actually. But if you do want to remain formal, then you can call me Sylvia, but I'd prefer if both of you called me Sylvie.
Alter says under his breath very quickly, it's going to be hard to remain formal after you hit on me and my sister in one swoop. Just shakes his head.
Because
Sure, I can be formal enough with that.
Fucking armored elbow to the hip.
I'm sorry, did you say something? Are you
No.
still alright?
Oh, I just hiccups. You know, the abdominal ones that kind of feel a bit more bassy than normal. Excuse me.
Isul just shakes her head slightly. I'm Isul. And I am not going to do that. She gestures towards vaguely towards where Sylvie had offered her hand. She's like, not going to do that.
Oh, alright.
Alter has not let go of Sylvie's hand. He has like gone from holding it from healing to shaking it to just still shaking her hand awkwardly.
I mean, she'll let you hold her hand.
Isul just like
She won't
watches
say
for a
anything about it.
second. Reaches over, grabs Alter's wrist. Squeezes
Oh.
just slightly.
Sorry. Let's go of your hand.
Just nod
We
and turn
should-
and walk away.
We're back.
We should probably be going. Time dilation and all that.
Right, but if you do ever need healing or anything like that, don't hesitate to let me know. I still have some charges left on the staff. And I do know a couple of healing spells.
Oh, that is incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. I'd hope I can help all of you. As we travel.
His eyes open up a little bit wider and he just goes, "We travel. Are you coming with us?" Not that that's a problem. I'm just curious, is all.
Well, I was speaking with Kia earlier, and well, I also do need to get back home before my family and Rex kill me for missing his big day and all. So hopefully I could stick with you all rather than just moving on my own. I'm not very used to traveling. So I would prefer to stick with all of you as long as I can.
Of course, you're more than welcome to travel with us. We'll keep you well accompanied and safe. You're not married, right? No, you. Never mind. Just ignore that question. That has nothing to do with anything. He just shakes his head, waves his
No.
hand.
I'm not married at all. I'm trying to make it to my best friend's wedding.
Yes, that was. You were invited to his wedding, and you don't have your own partner or your own +1 or anything, that's not important. Why do I keep bringing it up? And he will turn and walk back to the table.
I mean, she's gonna walk back to the table too, because she's gonna go finish eating. But she does like put staff behind her back as she walks. And she's like, I mean, to answer your question, the answer is no.
Well, thank you for answering my question. I'm sorry, I am being very a bit all over the place, a bit scatterbrained.
I mean, it's fine. I'm not gonna judge you for that. It's a bit of a crazy place that we're all in today. And I don't mind talking. I quite love talking with anyone, really. But I do enjoy the conversation with you. So I don't mind talking with you more.
Oh, well, that's nice. I enjoyed. I've, in a weird way, I've always enjoyed talking to you. Or I do enjoy talking to you. Not always, because we've just met, of course.
Alright. We
Even
did just meet.
yes. When are we leaving? Saying
Yeah.
to the rest of the group.
If I can cap off this with like one last thing that Isul is going to do, because I also need to be getting off and going to bed here shortly.
They get to the table.
Isul, after she had left Alter and Sylvie, would have walked around to the table, just kind of like gave Key a little pat on the shoulder, kind of like, okay, we're gonna be going here in a second. And as she like walked around, Saveth stopped being guard dog against Uncle and just like started really curiously sniffing Mori. It's like, who is this? As Isul instead walks around behind the uncle and just with the dragon clawed hand kind of casually throws an arm over his shoulders. The claw is kind of, uncomfortably placed, not hurting him. But the statement is there. And will use message so that there is the kind of silent communication between the two of them for a moment of, I do trust that you're going to take very good care of my brother. And do know that if I find out you have hurt him in any way, I will use these claws and tear out your spine. You may have taught me, but you forget, I'm the one that actually taught Alta, and he was kicking your ass. Wonder what I could do. Just kind of pat shoulder and straighten up. And as she's walking by, ruffle Mori's hair before hooking an arm with Key. Alright, let's go.
Okay. We will end this session here. I will give everybody inspiration for amazing roleplaying.
Hey,
Hey!
that was good. That was very good. Big fan.
I have been stressing.
Fucking- Just straight up AU Silverus. Just walking straight out of the graduated high